So you want to learn how to do the middle splits? Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you 5 of the best mobility drills that you can do to get you there quickly. And stick around to the end, because I'm also going to teach you the 2 things that most people get wrong to really stuff up their progress. First one that we're going to do is something called a Cossack squat. This is something that we teach in the Flexibility Blueprint, which is a free download if you guys want to grab that if you haven't done so already. And the way you're going to do this is you're basically just going to bring your feet out to about double shoulder width apart and go up and down from side to side. So there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either go straight up and straight down, or you can go from side to side. You can also do it with either your feet flat on the ground, or you can turn the foot out on the leg that is that's straight. So what you can do here is on this leg, if this leg's going to be straight, when I go down, I can go down like this, or I can go down like this. This one will get into the hamstrings a little bit more, and this one will get into the adductors a little bit more. This one's a little bit more advanced. I like to work towards that one, definitely. So yeah, that's the Cossack squat. You want to do probably 10 reps on each leg, and you can do up to 3 to 5 sets if you want. You can do it just as 1 set if you want, as a warm-up, but you can also do this as working sets as well. The next one that we're going to do is called an eccentric middle split, and on this one you're going to need these tumble track things that I'm using here, which again, you can grab them online. We've got a link here where you can grab them from Amazon. And the tumble tracks, they allow you to slide on the floor. So what you're going to do is put your feet on the tumble tracks, have something in front of you that you can hold on to prevent you from going so far that you cause an injury. And then basically you're going to create what's called a posterior pelvic tilt, which is where you try and pull your hips forward like this. So I'm actively trying to suck my abs in, tense my bum, and that's going to help improve with your mobility here. You can also, when you get to the very bottom of the movement, you can allow yourself to go to an anterior pelvic tilt, but it's good to try to keep the posterior pelvic tilt. Requires more mobility to do it that way. And then what you're going to do is basically just slide your feet out, let gravity do its work, and you're resisting falling to the ground by using the muscles on the inside of your legs. We're going to try and tense the quads, tense the glutes, suck the stomach in, and go down as low as you can go. Then you push on the seat or whatever you've got in front of you to get back up, and then we're going to do the same thing again for between 5 and 10 repetitions. Now we're going to do something called an isometric middle split, which is basically where you go to the bottom of your eccentric range and you're going to hold it there for basically a max hold up to 30 seconds, whatever your max hold is. Whilst you're doing this max hold, you want to try and tense every muscle in your body. So you're going to suck the stomach in, tense the glutes and tense the quads to create that posterior pelvic tilt. Then you push your feet into the ground, so it's like you're trying to push away from the ground. Tense your upper body, tense everything. Send the tension to the adductors, which are the muscles that you're trying to stretch here, the muscles on the inside of your thigh, and hold that for as long as you can, and then come back up. And that's called an isometric middle split. The last one that we're going to do is just a passive middle split. So basically just sitting on the ground like this. And if you look at the easy progression, so for those of you that aren't that flexible, you need something that you can hang on to. When I used to practice this at home when I was younger, I used to get like a towel and hook it around a piece of furniture or something. You just need something that's really sturdy that won't pull towards you when you pull. It should stay stationary. So the upright bar that we've got for our squat rack here is just perfect. And what you're going to do is, I'm really emphasizing that as I pull forward, I'm trying to make my pelvis move from an anterior pelvic tilt to a posterior pelvic tilt, so that my back goes from what's called a flexed spine, so where I'm hunching over, which is bad. You don't want that when you're doing the middle splits, to an extended spine where I pull forward and my spine goes into extension. And that really brings the stretch into the groin and into the adductors. You'll feel it when you do it. For those of you that are a bit more advanced, and what I mean by that is, as long as you can sit up past vertical with a neutral spine. So if I can sit at least vertical and lean forward a bit, then I'm ready for this next progression. And what I'm going to do here is I'm putting one hand in front of my groin and one hand behind my groin, and I'm lifting my bum off the ground and sliding myself forward, and I just keep doing that over and over again until I get as far as I can. Then I'm going to hold it for anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'll go again. Push myself a bit further, then hold it for 1 to 2 minutes, then go again. And you can point your toes and then pull them back, so you can hold it for a little while with your toes pulled back, then hold it for a little while with your toes pointed. That's really good because that flosses the nerves through all the muscles, and it will allow your muscles to relax a little bit more. The central nervous system will release its hold on the muscles and allow you to stretch further. And then you can also just go from sort of side to side. You can, lean forward a bit, lean to the side a bit, play around with a few different positions there as well. And that is the passive middle splits. Now, with the passive middle splits, I highly recommend that you only do it when you're really, really warm. All of these stretches are best done when they're warm, but like the Cossack squat, for example, you can do it as a warm-up. The eccentric middle splits, you don't need to be as warm because the muscles are working against gravity in an active stretch to protect your body, so it's a much safer way of stretching like that. But the passive stretch, you need to be very, very warm when you do it. So it needs to be at the end of your workout or when you've really warmed up. And then the last thing that we're going to do is this side kick. And what you're basically going to do is lean over, try and get your body close to parallel to the ground, lift your knee as high as you can, and then just do a couple of side kicks. And then on the last one, you're going to hold for 10 seconds. You can do between 10 and 20 repetitions and then hold it for 10 to 20 seconds. And when you do it, you're really trying to tense your quads to straighten your knee and lift your leg as high as you can. You'll feel a burn in the glutes, in your butt. That means you're doing it right. And what we're doing here is we're strengthening the opposing muscle group. That's the whole idea of what we're doing, so that we create active mobility. So if you haven't already done so, I highly recommend that you download our free flexibility blueprint. It is going to give you an awesome strategy for how to get flexible over your whole body. A lot of the stuff that I just spoke about in this video is included in there. And if you like this video, if you want to see more, then consider subscribing to our channel and click the notification bell so that you get notified each time we do new videos. And of course, I promise I'm going to talk about the 2 big mistakes that people make when working towards the middle splits. And the first is that they don't do loaded stretching. So loaded stretching are those eccentrics and the isometrics that we did. That is a massive thing that people miss out on when they're trying to get the middle splits. And the second is that they don't work active mobility. And that's where you strengthen the opposing muscle group after you've stretched and gotten as flexible as you can get. So those 2 things are the big mistakes that people are making when they're working towards the middle split. So don't let that be you. Now that you've got the secret formula, make sure that you follow the process. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask any questions in the comments of this video, and we'll answer them as soon as we can. And if anybody has any videos that they would like us to make, if you've got anything that you want to learn or know about movement, then please put a comment and we'll get around to making it as soon as we can. We make videos every week and we release them every Sunday and Monday, depending on where you're living in the world. Monday in Australia, Sunday in America. So yeah, well, until then, guys, I'll see you next time. Sorry, let's do that last bit again.
Just go.
Yeah. Filming?
Yep, keep going.
What are you filming today?
Videos on how to stretch your hamstrings and